The elephant in the room is we're in a different room.
Yeah, not the college dorm anymore.
Yeah, that era's gone. Ken's back for anyone who remembers him.
Album wall over there that you can't really see. Yeah, that's about it. We got a door now in the frame. And we got gaming chairs.
Yeah. Today we have a very anticipated album, Eversince, by good old Bladee. You know, that's what you're here for. But yeah, I'm Val. This is
Darren.
And again, we are listening to Eversince by Bladee. A lot of you, this was the closest one. A lot of you were saying 333. A lot of you were saying Eversince. Technically, I think more of you commented 333, but in the vote, Eversince won by, I think, 4%. So we're going to do Eversince. Most commented album down below for Bladee will be the next one. I'm guessing it'll be 333, but, you know, we'll keep that ball rolling. And if you want to see this whole thing uncut, Patreon $2 below, and you get the albums sort of early. Everyone on Patreon listen to this on Wednesday instead of Saturday. Anyways, let's just get into it. Track number 1, Who Goes There?
All right.
Okay.
Every Friday's Halloween. My week is a dream. I'm just walking in my sleep. All the prayers for nothing. No touching. I find it disgusting. I'll come up when I'm summoned. I heard everything was gonna change, but it wasn't. Who holds her? It's not me. I'm a loner. Summer's over. Now I'm going nowhere. Who holds her? It's not me. I'm a loner. I come from the snow. It's cold, cold, colder.
So that was Who Goes There, and I'm gonna say, just first impression, longer than most Bladee songs that we've listened to so far.
Yeah.
Even though it's only 3 minutes 9 seconds. Most of his later songs were under 3 minutes.
It seems like everything is sitting at that 3 mark, which I'm not complaining about. I also feel like this was sort of over. I mean, obviously we haven't listened to the rest, but everyone was like, no, this is harder to get into. This is like harder Bladee to listen to. But I feel like it feels like all the other albums we listened to so far.
This doesn't seem so bad at all. Like, I could understand, even with like Ice Dancer, it would be a struggle for me to acclimate to sound like that when I was as a younger music listener, but this seems pretty welcoming so far. I mean, we're one song in, so I'm not going to say anything. Also, he said low key in 2016. I don't think I ever heard that word in 2016. This dude is a trendsetter.
He is ahead of his time. I mean, after the first song, I just call it a sad version of The Fool.
Yeah.
Just more laid back. I don't know.
I have a feeling it's going to get, a little more slow, a little less happy, a little less bouncy. But I guess we'll see with the second track. And so let's move on to track number 2. So What?
Chains on your throat, all the words come out. Cooking in my throat and my nose straight down. I'll be in the park off a pier, so
getting a bit darker.
This a year, but for me, for life. I don't give a fuck, on my way back down. I'll survive a sneak. I live in the late night. I don't know your star sign. I've been going snowblind. I don't need to slow down. Put me in a gold shrine. Cooking in my throat and my nose straight down. Going with the flow, with the wind go out.
Don't know how to show love. Please don't get your hopes up. You might get your soul crushed. Close up like a rosebud. I just got my throat cut. I know he's a poser.
Chains on your throat, all the words come out. Bang and CEO, I'm the ice king now. I don't give a fuck, on my way back down.
I feel like I found the groove in that one.
Yeah, okay, definitely a little darker with the lyrical content on that one. He's talking about cocaine and pills and all that stuff. He said fuck like 3 times.
Or he wasn't even cussing on the track last time we saw him. So this is like, damn.
I don't understand the like this is harder to get into thing, because with the past two songs, these have been really easy on the ears. Like, even his lyrics, I mean, this is early in his career. This is his second album. I feel like there's something that is going to come up that's going to jump out as very much more experimental and like harder to get into, even on Blade standards, I guess, if the Drainers are telling us that this one is tough. And
I think like arguably this might be, with this and the Fool, I think this might be slightly easier than the Fool. And we said the Fool is probably the easiest one to get into. I'm not really talking about production that much with Blade anymore, just because it's sort of like such a specific aesthetic he goes through. Because you could clearly tell it's like a Blade album with like the little, like, I don't know what the instrument is, but it's like, it sounds like twinkling stars, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like I'm
xylophone.
I'm loving it. I love how this album also lets you like sit in the sound and sort of like relax more so than the other ones. Everything else seemed
even
like
the
a lot.
Fool, it kind of had me hyped up.
Oh yeah,
to a degree. Where this is just, it's a little more chill. It's a little more laid back. I do feel, just like you said, that I can listen to this and be at peace.
Yeah,
I can just have a little bit of a break.
With that, we are on to track number 3, Love Note.
Something ended, but nothing new did begin. I carry weight until my spine's giving in.
Oh,
I was it didn't mean a thing.
shit.
I don't have anything to give to you. I've been to hell and back for 20 stacks. It's funny how they wanna act. Extra Gucci shade so I can see through that. She gave me a love note.
Fuck.
But I woke up with a cutthroat. I can't let you come close. Take it away from you. You disrespect SG, then they gon' sentence you out with the drain, it's true. She gave me a love note, but I woke up with a cutthroat. I'm the one you God chose, I stay in the condos.
Another classic Blade love song. I love the like crazy erratic synthy stuff on that one.
Yeah, I think that one might be my favorite so far. Which I'm slowly starting to think that the stuff that we think is going to jump out is not, because
you guys were pranking us, weren't you?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe you think a guy hates a little bit of a, like, you know, that was like a rave / DJ like instruments, but used in a very creative way. I liked a lot.
Maybe it could be that some people listen to this as their first Blade album, and then upon exploring more of his stuff, they just didn't look back fondly on this album. So the way that we're doing it in our own special little way, where we listened to the most recent album first and then we were just jumping back and forth, it could possibly just maybe it just means we have a different point of view, and everyone else, all the normal people that listen to Blade the normal way, are just their perspective is a lot different than ours.
I could definitely see someone turn this on, like, let me try Blade, and being like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It's good. I don't know.
I think it's really good. And again, it's probably just because we've listened to so much Blade already.
Yeah. Track number 4, Missing Person.
Oh, this one's going to go crazy. Never mind.
Yeah. Give it till the chorus.
Missing person, I'm a missing person. I'm gone, that's for certain. Cut your face off like a surgeon. I won't come back to this world, man. When it's raining out, then I'm surfing. No, it's late now, but I'm learning. Missing person, I'm a missing person. I'm gone, that's for certain.
Oh my god, okay.
That one was awesome. I like how catchy it was.
I think that one might have been my favorite so far. I loved the little, the whistle that was kind of going on in the background, and then it kind of had like a wind chimey type vibe on the instrumental. And it was very calming. And I couldn't have been more wrong when I said it was gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, you still have, the punchy 808s, punchy kicks, punchy drums, but he makes it sound so like chill, so vibey.
It was peaceful.
That was like more of one that just like hypnotized me, and then I was like in it less so than I was like focusing that much. But
I love the lyrics too. I mean, nothing is really jumping out at me as like being super creative Bladee lyrics that we've come to know and love, but that might just be because after this is our 4th album now. I am just expecting him to be creative at all times, so nothing really jumps out at me anymore. Or it could be that this is his early work and he isn't as creative with it. He's not like putting all of his creativity into it, and he's kind of tiptoeing around some of his more outlandish stuff. But we did get to see that in some of the later stuff, and I'm glad that we have experienced that. But this album is still great, and it could be my favorite so far that we've listened to.
Yeah,
it's stacking up to be it's maybe top 2.
That's what I'm saying, but it's hard for me to pick. I liked all of them pretty equally.
Mm-hmm. There hasn't really been a miss in his discography that we've went through so far.
Yeah, it also feels like these have the capacity. Like, I've listened to albums before, and I'm like, these are good, but they're not really my thing. But like stuff like this, where I feel like in a year I'll be still listening to Bladee, even though I have albums coming in at all times, where a lot of other artists I sort of just go, I don't feel like listening to that again. But this is probably going to stick with me, which I like. It seems like there's a lot of re-listenability for everything Bladee. On to track number 5, Romeo. I feel like I just beat the obby.
Feel like Romeo. When it's cold. I froze myself, now I'm freezing you. Fuck life and your feelings too. Calling out my name. Don't talk it, I don't want to hear you talking. When I'm in your area, the flowers start withering. I swirled everything glittering. I've been only moving up and leveling. You fucked up again, you let the devil in. Fuck life and your feelings too. Nightmares coming true, creeping up like out a truck, and I'm driven black.
So I'm trying to think if when it was a toss-up between 333 and Eversince, are we sure this was the depression one?
Yeah,
this feels like the summer happy one. There is some dark stuff in here, don't get me wrong, but like it's like this is giving me the Fool vibes, kind of, in a way.
This one's, I could definitely say it's absolutely darker in the lyrics. This one was sort of the lightest one, I think. And I believe, for what everyone was warning us about, I feel like the only thing I'm not getting with this album is what is supposed to make me not get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if y'all know our background. Hold up. I am an avid 100 Gex fan for about a year now.
Yes.
I got the fucking limited edition, like, single. So, I love 100 Gex. I've been loving Death Grips. So I was expecting something along that lines of, like, this is insane.
Because 100 Gex, Death Grips, I feel like they're just another step up of, difficulty to get into than Bladee is.
It's on the totem of music that scares the hose, but hits your soul. Which scaring the hose is also on that totem.
Yeah, so coming into this as 100 Gex listeners and fans, I suppose we just had expectations of something similar to that, but I think it's even further removed.
Yeah.
Like it's going the opposite direction, away from 100 Gex. Is what I'm getting from this. I'm happy that this is what this is, because it's like, I don't know. I don't listen to many, like, I disagree with you where this feels like his saddest project, and I feel like this would be something that I could put on when I'm sad, but like, that's another totem pole. What album would I throw on when I'm sad? Number 1 is Blonde and will be for the next 5 years at least. Like, this is fantastic. I've been loving everything. Yeah, I guess we'll see if it
does get freaky.
If it does get freaky, or if it makes me cry, I guess, in the next 6 songs.
Yeah.
So let's go on to
that's That's one other thing. I don't think this will make me cry because it's sort of just depressing
Yeah.
and not like sad. I cried in the last video, the Ada Vista video, twice just because everything. I don't know. You gotta watch that video.
Because Gambino brings the tears. That's what he does.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to track number 6, XD Out. Damn.
If you're not bleeding, you're not drained out. I'm in a dark place with a rag on. I'm looking for you for the last time. Don't lose your face hanging with some limbs. I lost my brain soaking toxic waves. I'm in the shade, but I'm making plans. I'm not a slave, but I'm on my way. If I don't know you, you get X'd out. How am I gonna trust you when you switch up on your man? Catching all these feelings, catch my hand, catch my hand. Nobody knows.
So my fault on saying XD Out. That was not the name.
So that was X'd out, actually.
Yeah.
So I think it may have just been, my rose-colored glasses or my not understanding of Blade's formula of what a sad song is. But yeah, I understand that this is a sad album and probably is the most blatantly sad out of all of his albums. It doesn't like make me sad.
Yeah.
I guess, which I mean, it's not like sad songs have to be, their only purpose is to make you feel that emotion, but
Yeah.
I'm enjoying them for a different reason than the emotion that it would give me.
That's exactly where I'm at. I feel like we took you guys a little too literally. Or no, we didn't take you literal enough. When you said this is a sad album, we
Yeah.
should have known that you meant it sounds sad.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I'm sure one day, once everything clicks, I'll be like, oh, I could throw on this specific song from this album and relate to it and be sad with it. But where I stand right now, I'm just having a good time listening to more Blade. So, I mean...
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's almost sad to me that we do this for a video because, like, I'm looking through Blade's discography and I'm like, I want to listen to this, but it's going to be good for a video to listen to this and give it to you guys
yeah.
and have our reaction for that. But I do value these reactions a lot more than I would listening to it on my own, because this gives me a chance to think about it a lot more
Yeah.
and actually speak on it, because speaking on it will solidify my beliefs, and then those beliefs will inevitably be like torn down within a week and
Yeah.
replaced. But
I agree. There's been so many albums. I've been having this idea for this YouTube channel a year and a half before I posted my first video, so there was a lot of stuff I didn't listen to, like Blade. I'm happy I'm saved it for this, but now there's a curse on I can't remember half of the albums I was gonna listen to. But we'll get there. We'll find it. We'll get there one day. But,
yay!
yeah. To track number 7, Sick. Ooh.
Still sick, 12 grams in a sip. A sweet on mix. I can stand, I'm a sick. I don't know what I think. I can't see anything. Still sick, still sick. Still sick, still sick. Still sick, still sick. 666 for my wrist. Blood on my lips.
All right, It was sick. I think this one I have the least to say about. It was mostly chorus. I like the instrumental on it, and I liked on the Genius page where in between the two choruses at the end it said instrumental break.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe 8 seconds.
Yeah. I pretty much have the same things. I liked how like the synths rose at the end and fell throughout the whole song. That's pretty much the only specific thing I'll say. So I guess we'll keep the ball rolling. On to track number 8, R.I.P.
At the psych ward, plugged in with the white bars. What's your life for? I'ma hit a high score. Dig a hole for me, let go of me. You don't know me, you know me. R.I.P. my hopes and dreams. I don't wanna wake up. We don't fuck with anyone, so you cannot snake us. I'm a missing person though, I go off the radar. He's not here with us, you know, he's a fucking traitor. He's not drink gang, he a lame fucking. They gonna approach me like I'm Justin. R.I.P. my hopes and dreams, I don't wanna wake up. Rolling up 100 grams every time I wake up. I'm a missing person though, I go off the radar. I'm not here, you know I'm gone, I'm about to take off. I don't care about anything, you know I'm a drainer.
I like that one a lot.
I think what I'm learning from this album is that since the beginning of his career, this dude has been a bad boy,
Yeah.
a real G.
I liked everything about this one. There's been a couple standout ones. I'll say those ones at the end, but I feel like this one was definitely one of them. I liked how I could just go in the groove of it. It seems like the biggest theme here is not trusting people for the whole album.
Yeah. And I think this whole album has just been so easy to listen to.
Yeah.
Was it Hive Mind that said that this was the first album you should listen to?
Yeah, which I agree with.
I think they were right about this being the first Bladee album, the easiest to get into. Specifically because of the other albums. I don't think it's anything particularly to do with this album, but the other albums just, build off of this one to a degree that, makes this one a good starting point.
You see his journey.
Yeah.
But,
and he did have a 2014 album, which we will listen to eventually.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
this so far seems like very easily accessible.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Which, I'll say the unpopular opinion that Hive Mind was right about Bladee. Listen to Eversince first, and then go on through. Did we do that?
Nope.
If you stumbled upon this, do that, because we are like 20 minutes into the video, and you should do that.
But pay for the Patreon and listen to it with us.
Yeah. On to track number 9, Blood Vial / Stillborn.
Blood Veil.
Oh, my fault.
This blood sword is my light source at the white shores when the night falls. Gotta stay pure just to make sure. Gotta watch out who you fall for. It's the shield gang, I got all these shields and you can't breach them. On a plane, I'm switching season. Wait for God to give a reason. Feel like Casper, feel like you can see me when I'm friendly. See me wearing Fendi as soon as I made my entry.
Off some pink flags, trying to get my feelings back. Breathing in the ash, exit mark the hidden past. It's in me, I kiss CDG, my aftershave. It feels like acid rain, every day I feel the same. I just wanna spend, never fall in love again.
I like that one. Very good feature. We will do Echo 2K one day. I know people have been telling me to listen to this. Like him and Ty Boy, people have been pushing, but it's Bladee season.
Yeah, we'll get into the features eventually, probably in like
2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Which that's a good reason to like and subscribe. Am I right, folks? I like this one. This lyrically, I feel like off like 10 pills. Now I'm stillborn. Crazy. Crazy lyric, insane lyric. I liked it though, and again, good feature.
Yeah, just the title and kind of the first half than the second half, which was a little more real. For some reason, it just got me thinking like Game of Thrones, Dungeons and Dragons shit. Like they're talking about swords and crazy shit, and I'm like, this should be on the soundtrack for Game of Thrones. Get Bladee on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, even though you
can play the dragon.
Yeah, there have been some lyrics I thought were funny in like previous songs, like I'm standing, I sit down or something like that. Like, I audibly laughed at that, but it feels wrong to laugh listening to any of these songs because I know these mean a lot to a lot of people watching this. But
Mm.
I mean, when a lyric is funny, it's funny.
I mean, just Blade has a way of being funny in his songs,
Yeah.
but throughout this album, I haven't really felt the giggles that we found in other
I
albums.
feel it
But
once every 4 songs.
yeah, I feel a sense of chill that just kind of washes over me when these songs play, and it doesn't bring me to that place that that Cold Visions or The Fool did. But it's just I'm at peace. I
Yeah.
already said that, but I'm at peace.
Moving on to the next track number 10, Trigger.
I wanna drink from you. Demons say others show your DNA. Be awake forever for you awake. Heaven say I'm on my way. I don't care what heaven say. I'm waiting for your embrace. You don't want me, do you? Know what I'll do to you. Your blood tastes so sweet, like sugar, baby.
That one was pretty simple, but honestly, maybe my favorite so far. I saw some clear thievery from Tyler the Creator on his song "Sweet I Thought You Wanted to Dance." He basically just stole the whole song from Blade here. Well, he said something like "You're like sugar," and that's just exactly what Tyler said. Anyway, love that. I think that was my favorite so far.
I liked it. I don't think it was my favorite, but
I think it gave me the vibe of the whole album throughout these last 10 songs. It just kind of culminated into that one, and the beat was great. And I love that little runoff at the end where it switched up a tad bit.
on to track number 11, Wrist Cry.
Flying in the sky, I'm falling through the clouds. Blood is on my mind, the blade is on my wrist. It makes it cry. Wrist cry, wrist cry, wrist cry, wrist cry, wrist cry. Fuck him, I'ma put him on the blacklist. Pull up in a Lotus, think I have a death wish. Can't deny that you on my mind. I feel like I don't care if I survive.
Was that the longest Blade song that we have ever listened to? I think so.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe also the saddest Blade song we have listened to.
I am once again oblivious when it comes to the lyrics. As usual, I think I'm gaining a reputation of that, but this one was pretty spelled out.
Yeah.
Not too much reading between the lines.
Yeah.
Very sad. I mean, this whole album dawning on me how
Yeah.
deep it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to speak on something like this because this is like, such a sensitive song. I liked it though. I think I've liked every song so far, but let's not get too hasty. We could just hop on to track number 12, Skin.
I don't want to go back to the place again. Emptiness, it came again. When it's from inside, you know you can't defend. Clean, clean, cut the rope, let me in. Wings, 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 I go wings, I go wings.
Oh, fuck.
Clean, 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 cut the rope, let me in. Fall, fall, fall out of love and apart.
Damn. That one might be my favorite.
I think that one was sadder than anything I've listened to in the past year.
Yeah.
That one got me thinking about life.
That one cut deep. I love how he gave so much room for the instrumentals to, you know, do their thing, but he also had so much time to do his thing vocally. And I feel like this was, you know, my favorite from the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I might agree with that. Wow. Yeah, that one was
One of the best outros to an album I've heard ever.
I don't usually put a lot of weight on the outro, but that he killed it.
Yeah.
He really did. My God. Yeah, okay. Well, that was all of them. That was all 12 tracks. So we're gonna talk about our feelings about the entire album now.
So final thoughts. I feel like this whole thing, front to back, is, you know, again, from Bladee, you expect a cohesive sound and the cohesive album with a central theme, and he killed it once again. I feel like this might be his least experimental in my eyes, but I love it because of how sad it is and how, like, this is sort of the only, like, every Bladee album you go for a different reason, and this one, you know, is sadness, and I fucked with the whole thing, you know, front to back. And yeah, Bladee done did it again. I could see why this one's people's favorite, like, Bladee album. From what I've heard, I think it's in my top 2, but it might be, I don't know. It's hard for me to judge off of this, but it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I think this is going to take another listen or two for me to really, because in the first half I was like, guys, this is not sad. Come on now. But I mean, by the last like 3-4 songs, it did hit me.
Yeah,
because I guess Bladee just is, he's too smart for me. You know, I can't even tell when he's expressing emotion is my issue. I'm just not an empath like he is. Yeah. So, but I do think that this album through and through might have been my favorite that we've listened to, just because it was so easy and so it welcomed me. Like, I feel like all the other albums have welcomed me, but this kind of, you know, it put me in a nice like massage chair and it paid for it for me. And I had a foot bath and everything. It was far more welcoming than I'm used to from Bladee. But I think this might be my favorite that we've listened to. But again, this is going to take another listen or two for me, because I might, who knows, tears may be shed.
Yeah.
This is, I think, without a doubt, the saddest thing we've listened to from him so far.
Yeah. I can also see this hitting like so much better in different scenarios. Like if I was just like out longboarding, or if I was like on a car ride somewhere, I feel like this shit would be like. But yeah, top 3 favorite songs from the album. I would have to pick Love Note, Romeo, and Skin as my 3 favorites.
Oh, you're a little lover boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with So What with Echo 2K. I think Missing Person, maybe, or Sugar. I'm gonna say it's a toss up between those two, and then Skin is probably my favorite on the whole thing. I do think that, I mean, Echo 2K, I'm honestly sad he was only on 2 songs, because his verses he went crazy on him. Yeah. And I'm excited to listen more from him. So that's it.
If you want to see more Bladee, subscribe, and if you haven't yet, you know, what are you doing? You're at the end of the video. Thank you for enjoying $2 Patreon. Remember that, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.